Hi everyone, this is Radhika here again. I hope you all are doing well. So, this video is going to be about how to deal with an overt or a covert narcissistic wife. Um, so, some things you might feel when you are in a relationship with a narcissistic wife is that you will feel like you're living with someone who's in constant competition with you. Um, so these women, they usually operate in their shadow energies, shadow masculine and shadow feminine. So shadow masculine is a lot of competition, a lot of need to dominate, to think that they are worthy. So it's a very dominating personality, very controlling personality. And in shadow feminine, you see a tendency to manipulate by guilting or shaming or making the other person feel like you have done this to me, like playing a victim. But it's just playing a victim. They play a victim so that the other person feels bad and they get what they want in return. Silent treatment is a part of it. Although, like even in normal relationships, when a person is angry on you, a balanced person also needs some time to be silent. Like even I do it. When I feel angry about something, I stay silent. But that's different than silent treatment, and you'll know silent treatment when you are going through it. The person is totally closed off, they don't want to talk, and there's this feeling of blame that they kind of give to the other person, like you made me feel this way. And there's no like they don't have a what do you say, inkling to solving it. It's just a placing mechanism. It's not like, okay, I'm angry now, but let's solve this. It's not, it doesn't come from that kind of a place. So yeah, so you'll feel all of these things if you are with a narcissistic wife who is overt or covert. And a lot of times narcissistic wives, they are overt in private, but in public they are covert. So they don't they play the good girl in the public eye, but if you when you are one on one with them, you will see that they're always trying to put you down, compete with you. You won't feel any nurture or care coming from them. They try to one up you always, play down on your good points. If something good happens, they want to give themselves credit that because of me this good thing happened in your life. They will play down your contributions. It'll be like their show and they'll be running it. They will try to disrespect you whenever they get the chance to do that. And they'll always try to bring up your insecurities and use them against you. And later on, when you kind of stop giving them, after a point, most men, they kind of give up on such kind of women, and they just emotionally detach from these women, even if they're their wives or mothers or sisters, whoever. But let's just talk about wives now. So the husbands, they, after a while, they kind of just detach, and they don't pay attention. So in that case, then these women, to get attention, to get that energy back towards them, what they do is they will do all of these things, like disrespecting, bringing up insecurities, etc., in public, in a friend situation or in a family situation. So that way they get more of a reaction, because even in, if in private he's not giving a reaction anymore, then the woman kind of steps up her game and she will bring it out in public. So yeah, so I just wanted to say, if you see these qualities in your wife, then and you have to live with your wife, maybe because you have kids or whatever your situation is, these are some tips that you can try. So the first one is that don't place your respect, your worth, or your sense of masculinity in your wife's hands. So just because she's doing all these things, and I know that it's not an ideal situation to be with such sort of a woman for your whole life, but say you are in that situation, and not every situation in life is ideal. So if you are in that situation, just take back your sense of self, your worth, your masculinity, everything. Take it back into your own hands. Don't expect this person to be like a team player, and don't expect this to be a team. And usually that's what a marriage is. It should be a team. It's like a team effort, it's your team together. But unfortunately, if that is your situation, then just kind of let go of that expectation that it's going to be like a team, because it probably will not. So yeah, so just place your worth, your respect, your masculinity in your own hands, in your own, like, you be in control of it. Don't think less of yourself because of something that your wife is doing, because that will be detrimental to your sense of self if you do that. Then the second thing is, try to maintain your masculine energy. So how you can do that is like work out, do martial arts, play games with your friends, with your male friends, have a male friend circle whom you see every now and then. So keep that masculine part of your personality alive by doing something that makes you feel like a man, because usually, like, a lot of sense of this is, your wife or the woman in your life will give you that sense. But if you're not getting that, then you can still get that sense yourself, and you don't have to kind of feel um, non-worthy or non-masculine because you have a very dominating wife at home. So try to do all these other things to kind of maintain your masculine energy. Then the next point is, stand your ground to her and kind of pick your battles. So because she might be a very argumentative person, so you don't want to waste all your energy in arguments. But then again, if it is something that is really crossing your boundaries, then make your boundaries known and be very firm. Be like a disciplinarian, but don't be aggressive. So you have to be like a teacher kind of to her, because so uh, a narcissistic woman is just like a princess. She's throwing a tantrum, she's doing some drama, and you're not going to lose her. She's going to come back to you no matter what you do. So it's not like you have to be scared of losing her, because she's going to come back, and she's just like a spoiled princess. So you don't have to waste too much of time thinking that, oh, she will never forgive me, because she hasn't gotten that kind of a maturity. So if you actually kind of talk firmly to her, or try to set your boundaries in a good way, it's like you are parenting her. Something that should have been done when she was a child is what you are doing right now. And don't be aggressive in your approach, because then again, because like, aggressiveness coming from men towards women has been like a historical issue, and you don't want to be that man who's aggressive. You want to be firm and like, what do you say, like, very manly but not aggressive, because that's a shadow masculine quality, aggressiveness. So you don't want to have that. So yeah, just be like a teacher, and even in public, if she does something that is kind of crossing your boundary or insulting you, then you can just say that that was not good and don't do that ever again. So you don't have to go through the whole thing that apologize to me. That's very egocentric. So don't go there. Just say that this is not done, and you cannot talk to me this way. So you can say something very firm, which is like this, but at the same time, it's a more disciplining action rather than say sorry to me, which is very ego based. So try to like discipline them that way, but not in a very aggressive way, because that's what a narcissistic woman or a man is actually. They are like, they have this bratish behavior, which is like a princess or a prince kind of behavior. So they are not in their king or queen energy. A woman who's a queen, you need to be really scared about her because if you piss her off, she's gone. She's gone and she's not coming back because her boundaries are as strong as your boundaries. So when people are on the same level, they treat each other with that kind of respect. But say you are in a relationship with someone whose consciousness is a little below your level, then you have to kind of slowly and organically bring them up to your level, and they will learn their lessons and hopefully they will get to that level. Yeah. Then the next point is keep all your relationships one on one, because your wife might try to ruin your reputation in a lot of places and you won't know that because she might be doing it covertly. So what you need to do is you need to keep all your relationships on a one on one basis, so that even if she tries to go in there and ruin your reputation, um, it doesn't matter then, because if that other person buys into your wife's story, that then you will know that they are not a good judge of character, and you don't want such people in your life, who are not good judges of character. And if they are a good judge of character, then they will ignore anything that your wife has told them about you, because you have that one on one relationship with them. So yeah, so whoever is important in your life, like your kids, or some whoever, your closest friends or your office work or whoever, you keep those relationships a little bit separate from your wife, because narcissists, they have a habit of triangulation. So they go into any relationship and they try to triangulate it, that is, they try to put their own perspective on that relationship, and then they try to brainwash both the parties to see everything through their perspective. So a relationship should be like a line between two vertices, but the narcissist makes it a triangle and everything has to go through them. So try to like build one-on-one relationships that will help you. Then the next point is try to energetically separate from her, build your walls up a little bit, and let her know that she can come in only if she behaves in a way which is uh, okay by you, in a respectful way, in a way of equal give and take, where if you are giving, you also expect to get something in return. And just a respectful, mature relationship where it's cooperative, instead of battling against each other all the time. Then the next thing is don't become emotionally unavailable. If she brain fogs you all the time by talking a lot, then try to kind of block her out. If she's always talking, try to block out her talking, but don't leave the room, don't leave the situation, because that's what she wants. Sometimes she will just irritate you so much that you have to leave the situation, and then she can be, the ruling party, or she can dominate the situation. So try not to do that. Stand your ground and stay in that place, and just block her out, block whatever she's saying out, but don't leave. So that's what happens. A lot of men, they've just become emotionally unavailable when they are with people who are constantly pushing them down, or trying to dampen their energy. So don't get pushed away. Stay there and stand your ground. Then the next thing is, if she's like not very malignant, if she's a little bit malignant, and if she is like, you think that the situation is still like salvageable, so then what you can do is you can try to get her to move a little bit into her feminine energies, the good feminine energies. So you can do that by going to art classes together, or music classes together, or anything that kind of gets her into the creative part of her brain. Whatever creative activity she likes to do, you can encourage that, you can do those with her. Things like massages, aromatherapy, eating good, basically anything that can get her into the uh, sensual aspects of herself, her feminine aspects. You can try to kind of coach her into that direction. um, and yeah, anything that can get her into a creative mood, when she's like decorating or designing or anything like that, that is something that will move her from her masculine energies into her feminine energies. And that's basically what you need to do. And basically it's women who are like this are kind of, because maybe her history is like that, maybe she had a emotionally absent father, and she's kind of mirroring her mother's behavior. Or it could also be that she had a overt narcissistic father who she models her behavior after. She has been taught since her childhood that she has to be the dominating person, otherwise she will get taken advantage of. It could also be society based conditioning, that if you don't fight for your right, you are going to be left behind. Because unfortunately our society is a lot more in masculine energy than feminine energy, and it's a lot more in shadow masculine energy as well. So yeah, so these were some of the tips that I have. I hope these help you in some way, and if you have any other tips, please do share. And please do like, share, and subscribe these videos, and comments if you like them. And as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.